Humoring the queen, Lucius took a deep breath and fixed his eyes on the mirror in Queen Helseba's right hand. "Show me Fairy-dale," he said rather calmly. A deep voice emanated from the mirror. "I will do as you wish," it said. Looking back at the queen, Lucius was stunned. "It can talk?" "And more," she said with a smile. "Watch." Turning his head back towards the mirror, Lucius watched as a green glow covered the glass and then showed a dark night and men and women screaming. On close examination, Lucius saw that the men and women were running from balls of fire that were being dropped by ravens in the sky. Some of the fireballs landed on men, who would yell in pain as they fell to the ground. Lucius watched in horror as a large fireball dropped on a child who couldn't have been older than 3. It covered the child, leaving nothing but ashes. So strong were the mother's cries of anguish that Lucius was brought to tears, and he swore he could almost smell the death which hung in the air. What kind of thing caused such devastation? "It is called the spell of completion," replied Queen Helseba. "Created by wizards and witches centuries ago to make sure no evil ever came to Fairy-dale. If it did, then the elders were instructed to chant the spell. Fire ravens would appear in the sky and annihilate every wizard and witch who weren't protected by a special magic." "Was there evil in Fairy-dale?" asked Lucius as more images of death were shown to him through the mirror's magic. "No. 7 wizards band together to make Fairy-dale their own personal domain. They convinced the elders to allow them to have full access to our chamber of spells, and once they had procured this, they chanted the spell of completion together." Tears were welling in Lucius's eyes as he saw more mothers and fathers crying over the charred remains of their children until they too were taken by fireballs. "How sad." "Very," replied the queen. "So few were able to escape. Some of us were able to make it to the mystic forest and hide from the devastation. But then we were found out, stripped of our power and exiled here to Pesma. I am sad to say that I am probably the only one fortunate enough to have some success in this kingdom, and I love it dearly." "And we love you," said Lucius, meaning it with all his being. Queen Helseba touched his cheek with her left hand, caressing the general's face and thanking him for his kind words. Then she commanded the mirror to stop the images, and it did. Placing the mirror in a pocket sewn into her brown dress, Queen Helseba looked into her general's eyes. "You may be wondering why I am telling you this. The thought did come to me, my queen. It is because 2 wizards fled that night, a woman and her daughter who went into hiding in a small village only 15 kilometers from the edge of the mystic forest. There she met a man named Omri who took her in, married her, and helped raise the woman's very powerful daughter. Fortunately, the woman passed away only a few years after escaping, but her daughter is very much alive. Do not be deceived. This girl has been trained in special black arts and can kill indiscriminately. I have found out through my mirror that this girl plans to overtake us through the use of her special magic. She must be eliminated." "Understand," said Lucius. "But how? If the girl is so powerful, how can I overpower her?" "Every wizard's heart," began the queen, "is a delicate instrument, more so than any human heart, for a wizard's heart contains his magic. Remove the heart, and the magic has left the wizard, and he or she will surely die." "But if we try to do that, won't the girl stop us?" Queen Helseba replied. "My mirror can watch over 200 miles of clear ground. It has seen where the girl is and knows her weaknesses. If necessary, the mirror will not only watch, but overpower the girl through its own magic, allowing you to cut out her heart."